Good morning.
morning.
What the fuck are we doing here on a Wednesday morning? One
Trying
day
to wake up.
before Headless Turkey Day.
We're trying to wake up.
Yes, trying to wake up. Yes.
Yes,
Very difficult this morning. I don't know
it
why.
really is, but I got my coffee. I'll survive.
I have my banana.
There you go.
Son of a
Uh,
bitch. Well,
So,
as always, here on the Morning Shred, we're about to bring you a list of chaos and see if it's
mhm.
any good.
Yes, we are. Today we are doing the top 50 metal songs from the past 20 years by Alternative Press Magazine.
Top 50.
Yeah. Right off the bat, though, they fail. It's not a numbered list.
Ah,
So how
that's
do we
our
know if we're
favorite.
actually getting 50? They didn't number it. I ain't
Exactly.
gonna
They could
fucking
be
count them,
totally
though.
fucking lying to us, you know?
They could be.
They could be. All
And this
right.
list was published last year, so it'll cover
Oh,
songs from
wow. It's
2020
recent.
to 2000.
Holy shit, it's recent.
I know. All
So
right, you
this
want
is
to
the
start it
top
off? You want me
50
to do
of
it, brother?
Oh, I can. That's fine.
All right.
So the last 20 years is what we're looking at. And they start off, I'd say, pretty well deserved here with Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. It was definitely new. No one has ever heard the wah before.
Right.
So something catchy, something as they call it, new metal, which is one of my least favorite ideas for
Really?
categories. I just hate that. I don't like that term. They were just pretty heavy, just good metal.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I would say a modern day Judas Priest almost.
That's
To
a
a
fair
degree.
assessment. I'd agree.
Yeah, I mean, without all the super highs, vocals and all that, but they
Right.
definitely, kind of gave you just good old fashioned metal, in my opinion, with a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Up next, one of my personal favorites, Marilyn Manson fight song.
Oh man, what a
I have
tune!
to totally agree with that. That song does not get the love it deserves. That is my all-time favorite Manson song.
I can remember when it first came out, the radio stations played the shit out of it.
Did it?
Oh, it got a lot of good radio play, but nowadays, when you listen to some of the metal stations, you just don't hear much off of that record.
No, you don't.
It to make no sense,
Need
but
to
it's
make it
definitely a
no
good
sense.
song. Yes, but as a follow up, to what was it, Mechanical Animals? This was definitely the Manson that we knew and love. It's like, come on.
Good morning, my friend.
Hey, what's happening there, Slinger? What the fuck are you doing up this early? But hey, thanks for being a part. All right. Next one here, year 2001. You know what? I think this is how they're doing it. Maybe they're doing it by year.
I don't think so.
Possibly.
Um,
Because they started with
wait.
2000 with Down with the Sickness. Although they
Wait.
kind of screwed up when we got to Manson.
Hey,
Hold on. I don't know why that started, but it started. I have Ghost in the Machine this morning. So
I don't know what year did Fight Song
well,
come out?
it's not saying the year for Fight
You're right.
Songs. So now I'm
Oh,
confused.
I see. Was that also 2000? Then we move on to 2001. Okay, now I see. So they're doing this in chronological. Gotcha.
They're fucking with us.
Yeah, they are.
Hooded
Bastards.
Menace, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yes.
I don't know. To be honest, Marilyn Manson has changed guitar players like I changed my socks. So I don't know if you're ever going to have Metallica's guitars, so to speak, on any of the stuff. It's just basically whatever Manson wants on his record. So
Pretty
I don't know.
much.
That would be interesting, though.
It would be.
Okay. So 2001, we have Converge with Concubine. Um,
I don't know
Now
if I know
it's
that
kind of
one.
cool. Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't think so.
Converge was just a very super aggressive extreme metal band. Very hard hitting. Lots of screaming and
Mm,
all that good stuff, which was
right,
not super popular at the time. Because you got to remember, early 2000s was Marilyn Manson. You had Rob
right,
Zombie,
right,
and Corn and stuff. Those kind of were the bands leading the beginning of
right.
that particular decade. So, but yeah, um, and they say it's the most recognizable song from the album. So I'm actually going to check that one out. I've heard Converge before.
Mm.
I've kind of always dug what they did, but not super familiar with this song. But I definitely believe they belong on there.
All right,
Ooh, you can definitely take the next one.
all right, brother. Up next, we have Rammstein, Zona. I'm okay with that. I'm just happy they didn't say Du Hast.
No, no shit. Du hast my fucking ass. That was not the only song they ever had.
Really?
Right, exactly. Apparently,
I
none of the professionals seemed to think there was any other song, but
I
yeah,
know.
professional.
So I'm happy they didn't pick Du Hast. I still think they could have gone a little bit more obscure with it.
I could have gone heavier.
They could have. I don't get me wrong. I adore that song, but it's not their best song, so therefore it's not. I don't think it should be top 50.
Yes,
But I'm happy they included the band at all. So I'll take what I can
definitely.
get.
Now, this album is very near and dear to me because I thought it was just a fresh new Slayer. You still had a lot of what makes Slayer themselves
Mhm,
very hard hitting, very fast, very thrashy. But this particular album, called God Hates Us All, was just, when it came out, it
mhm,
just, woo, we're like, damn. Just when you thought Slayer could not top themselves,
mhm.
and mind you, this is when Dave Lombardo, the original drummer, was no longer with the band.
Right.
So this is when Paul Bostoff came in, and the song is Disciple. Just, I mean, it's like Slayer at its best.
All
Uh,
right.
Tom Aray's voice never sounded better, in my opinion. Like, he really was a lot stronger.
Mhm.
So that's, and that's kind of why they say that, the fact that it was a huge comeback for them.
Right.
It's very true.
I'm good with that.
Because Musica Diabolique just didn't really hit as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up next, System of a Down, Chop Suey. I'm okay
Again,
with
I
that.
think that's the only song they think they wrote.
Yeah, that is very true. It's such an iconic song, though.
It is. I ain't gonna
I
take nothing away from it.
I think at least 3 different metal bands covered that song last year that I
No
remember.
shit.
Yeah. My personal favorite being Necrogoblicon. But anyway, that's a little off the point, but that's okay.
No, that's cool. Hey, should always keep an ear out for good covers.
That is very true.
Hmm. All right. Now, I mean, how could the list not be complete without fucking Tool?
Mm-hmm.
Tool is like that enigma that there was, to this day, still is no band. There's no band that sounds quite like them.
That is
Never
very
have I
true.
once ever heard a band that you could say, oh, that just sounds like Maynard, or that just sounds like Tool, or Danny Carey on
Right.
drums. You know what I mean? We're talking about multiple time signature changes, tempo changes,
Mm-hmm.
very ethereal. Obviously, the drums are a huge part of it. The bass sound, everything, and of course, Maynard's fucking voice is just oh. So,
Absolutely.
Lateralist. I'm not exactly gonna say that would have been the song I would have chose.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's definitely a good one.
Yeah.
Probably would have went with like H.
Hmm.
That was probably my favorite early 2000s Tool song.
Okay.
So, but nonetheless, glad they're on there.
All right. Up next, we have Killswitch Engage, My Last Serenade. Um.
Bringing the fucking hardcore. So good.
Hmm.
So just I don't know. I love everything about Killswitch Engage. I always have. My Last Serenade, very powerful song, very strong. And I guess it's listed as iconic, which is really cool.
Definitely.
Says here the track's mix of soaring melodies and heavy riffs made for a winning formula countless others have tried to imitate. And that's very true. It's
Oh,
another
definitely.
band, another one of those bands that just had something that nobody else could touch.
Yeah, definitely. All right, you're up.
All right. Now, this is 2003, and we're talking about a band called Bleeding Through on Wings of Lead. Um, this is one of those bands I'm like, what the hell happened to them?
Yeah.
Haven't really heard much since the early 2000s with these guys. Um, they they brought what is now kind of like the standard in metalcore. The
Hmm.
standard in metalcore has a lot of symphonic elements as far as instrumentation. So there's like they were one of the first ones to do a lot of keys as part of their tunes. So I would definitely put them on here for sure because I mean they were kind of originators, and they also had the amazing breakdowns.
Hmm.
You know that you kind of expect nowadays, but man, let
Right.
me tell you,
Yeah.
very brutal, very brutal.
I just looked it up real quick. I guess they disbanded
Oh,
in Final Tour 2014. Then they had a reunion and released another album.
hmm.
Yeah, they released an album in 2018. That was their last one.
Oh, okay. So they almost made it quasi 20 years.
Yeah,
Almost.
almost. All right. Um, Hang on. What? I have a pesky advertisement. 2004. Ah, stop.
Yes,
Dillinger
2004.
Escape Plan Sunshine the Werewolf.
If you want to talk about one of the craziest instrumentation,
Oh, definitely.
I mean, they're like you put the CD in or you put the you know the vinyl on your record player, and it's like a fucking bomb went off.
Oh, yeah.
It just explodes. 1 second, it's got this crazy, awesome, fat groove. Next
Mm-hmm.
second, you have blast beat from fucking hell.
Oh, yeah.
And the singer is just like, I don't know. What was the name of the squirrel on the movie Over the Hedge?
I don't
That's
remember, but
exactly. I mean, just that's how I can describe the vocalist.
oh,
Just
definitely.
so all over the place, super strong. Ah, man. So yeah, definitely, and they're still
Definitely.
going.
Oh, yeah.
So if you haven't checked them out there in Three Witches Land, please check them out. Dillinger Escape Plan fucking rocks.
Yes.
Ooh, this next one's really good.
Oh, yeah.
You want to
We
take
have, sure, Lamb of God, Laid to Rest.
it?
Oh, yeah. This
This
song
is a
is,
Lamb of God classic.
oh, absolutely. And as the article here says, this is pretty much the moment they actually really broke big, which is
Exactly.
definitely true. And definitely, it's a fantastic song. I can't see why they wouldn't go big with a song that good, you know?
You can't deny the musicianship.
Oh, exactly.
So tight, so strong, The vocalist, just utterly amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but still had like that traditional thrash to him.
Right, definitely.
And it's really interesting because they were together for 10 years before they finally broke through.
Hey,
10
some
years.
bands need to do that.
It's
You know,
true.
really find their sound to get comfortable in it before they're able to break big.
And lots of touring,
Yeah, that too.
just to
Definitely
get
get
the
yourself out
name out,
there.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing that I love about Lamb of God so much is what you hear on the record, they produce live.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's
I haven't
it's
seen
all
them
there.
live, but I've heard some recordings and it's there.
Oh yeah, big time. So very glad that they're on the list.
Definitely.
Now this next one, I also totally believe that they need to be on this list.
Oh yeah,
Mastodon. How could they not be?
for sure.
The tune that they chose is Blood and Thunder. They kind of just came out of nowhere, really, when they first got introduced to the world. Says they shook up the metal world with their sophomore album Leviathan, a fairly new band with an album that bested well-established acts in 2004. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they were definitely kind of kicking all the main leaders' ass
Oh yeah.
when they came out, especially with this second record. Um, it was very sludgy and proggy,
Yes, it was.
and still is. So they definitely haven't lost their flavor at all. They're amazing to see live. So
Oh,
glad
I'm
to
sure
see
they
them on
are.
this list.
Absolutely. All right. Up next, we have Slipknot Duality. I mean, you had to have Slipknot somewhere on there, right?
Of course. And
Definitely.
Duality happens to be like one of my favorite songs. Matter of fact,
Oh yeah.
in other bands that I've been in, we've covered it, and it's always
Mm-hmm.
been fun.
I have to say, I'm
Um,
happy they picked that one as opposed to a couple of the other ones that are a little bit more like in your face everywhere.
True, but I mean, off of that record, I probably would have went with. Well, no, not that record. Shit. I'm thinking of why they've never put the song "Sick" as one of their
I
song
know.
choices. "Sick" is like the biggest anthem they've ever made,
Oh, for sure.
and it's so amazing, and I just don't understand it.
I don't understand it either at all.
Duality was a very radio friendly song for them.
That is very true.
I mean, still, heavy as fuck, but you had a lot more of Corey, being melodic singing
Right.
as opposed to the screaming. But he was kind of doing it congruently, so it was still kind of cool. Uh, but yeah, I would have chose something a little bit different.
Yeah. All right. You got the next one?
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
am so fucking happy to see a female fronted metal band be on this list.
Agreed.
Arch Enemy has been just, tearing it up for years. Morning,
Steph,
Stephanie.
good morning.
So to have them finally on a list makes me very happy.
For sure.
Especially not just the original vocalist was she could scream with the best of them,
Oh, definitely.
but now they have Doyle's wife that fronts the band.
Do they really? I didn't realize that.
Yes, she's been fronting the band for I'd probably say about the last 5 years, maybe 6 years,
Okay.
and she is phenomenal.
I'm sure
Phenomenal
she is.
vocalist,
Yeah.
very strong, just as strong as the original. And the fans have really taken to her. So you know how that goes when you have like the original singer for a very long time, everyone likes it, loves it, and then you
Right.
make a huge change like that. I can't even remember why it was the original singer left, but nonetheless, they've raged on and they're still killing it. So if you've never checked out Arch Enemy before, please do so.
For sure. All right. Let's see my page refresh. Where the frig were we? There we are. All right. Up next, Avenged Sevenfold, Backcountry.
Can't have a list without them.
Oh, for sure.
And this is one
That
of their earlier tunes.
Yeah, and then as the article says, it's a perfect melding of old school metal vibes with new age approaches, and I think that is absolutely true.
Yes, most definitely. And I think this was at the time where he was actually a little bit more screamy
Right, I think so. Yeah,
before he had his little throat problem,
right.
which is why he does nothing but melodic singing now. But they kind of came on the scene and definitely brought us something different. But you could definitely hear the Metallica vibes in them,
Oh, for sure.
big time. So definitely glad. Ooh,
Ooh,
yay,
yes, 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 yes,
yay!
yes.
This song never gets as much love as it should,
Absolutely.
in my opinion. Go for
Agreed.
it.
We have Corn. Coming undone.
Yes, that is actually one of my personal favorite Corn songs.
Same,
Um,
same.
I mean, they've just ever since the late '90s, they have been destroying. I can remember seeing them in 1995
Mm-hmm.
when nobody really knew who they were
Right.
because they had just come out, and it was the craziest bill ever. So it was Corn, Marilyn Manson, and the
Oh,
Spooky Kids, okay, opening up for Danzig because they were on
oh,
the
that must have been
Danzig
one hell of a
tour
short
tour.
show.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a fuck of a bill. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
woo, my goodness.
If I had to pick a song off the album, though, I think I'd go Twisted Transistor. I friggin' love that one.
Yeah, that seems to be the big favorite off of that record. I
Oh,
mean, there
it's
really
so good.
wasn't any song that wasn't good on that record.
I mean, that
Let's
is
be
also
real
true.
about that.
That's true.
It was just one of those records that it was strong from start to finish.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
when people would actually listen to an entire record.
I don't understand why people don't do that these days.
I never will. No.
Me neither. I do it all the time. But then again, seems like a lot of bands are following that suit and they only release like singles instead of doing full albums.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which I guess that's
It's
smart for them
unfortunate,
since
but that's just the way of the
I
world
guess
at the
it's smart
moment.
for the band since people don't listen to entire albums anymore, but it
It is.
sucks for people like us who want a full album.
Well, yeah, it's like, the ultimate blue balls.
Yeah, seriously.
Like they drop a single, then that's all you have for like 4 months.
Mm,
Then you get another one. It's like, you're getting me there, then you're taking me away.
pretty fucking much. It's like, okay, that was fantastic. Can we
Right,
get some more? Can I sit
right.
and listen to shit like this for an hour?
You got me addicted. What the fuck?
Exactly. All right, you want the next one?
I can take it. Trivium. Now, I got nothing against them. I
Right.
really don't. They're a great band. It's just they just didn't do it for me, so to speak.
Mm,
I was more of a Shadows Fall guy,
agreed.
um, because they were kind of out at the same time.
Right.
But I mean, you can't deny. Hey,
Morning,
greetings there,
Lance.
Lance. Glad to have you. Um, you know, the song is called "On the," or wait, "Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr." So, again, this is more of a thrash kind of take on metalcore. So
Right.
definitely heavier, but you still had the melodic vocals.
Yeah.
Still kind of mixed in with a little bit of you know, growling vocals and stuff. But I mean, just very high energy. I've seen them live, in the past. They're a great band. So I mean, if you're a fan of them, yeah, definitely, they do belong on the list because they made their mark. That is
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. Moving on to 2006. I don't think I know this one. Light This
And they're
City,
on,
The
and they're
Unwelcome Savior.
yeah, and they're on prosthetic, which is really interesting that I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
They are known as melodic death metal.
All
All right,
right.
yeah, which is really kind of strange.
Yeah, I'm surprised I don't know this one.
Lots of blast beats, lots of shredding melodic riffs.
Mm-hmm. And a female vocalist. What
Oh,
else
and
could we need?
this is a female fronted band. So
I think
this
after the
makes me
show, we need to
want to
go
check
check that
them
one
out.
out. Yeah.
Exactly. I was just thinking the very same thing. I'm like, why the fuck don't I know? Because I mean,
Right?
death metal was like my thing,
Mm-hmm.
professionally and as a listener. So I'm really kind of surprised I don't know them. So we will check them out.
Yeah.
But just by kind of like watching the video a little bit, I could definitely get into this.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Sounds
Okay.
like sounds like techno metal. Huh. Okay.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Hmm. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what we think. Alright, you want the next one?
Okay. I vaguely know this band, but
Same.
I will definitely take a crack at it though. Um, oh yeah, that's what Lance said. Sounds like a techno metal
Yeah.
sound. Hmm. Interesting. Because how do you put a blast beat in there with a techno beat?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Well, exactly. Between the Buried and Me, I'm familiar, but I'm not totally familiar.
Same.
Now they're saying they're one of the most recognizable bands who mixed prog metal with metalcore. So just for you folks out there that think metalcore is a new idea, guess what?
It sure as
It's
hell is not.
fucking not.
It might be
It's
super
been around
popular
for
right
20
now, but
years.
it's been around for 20 plus years, so it's
Yeah.
definitely not anything
It
new.
just kind of, I just have to like put that little rant in there. I'm like,
No,
people think
that's
that's a new thing.
I know. It's seeing a resurgence, but it is not new.
Right. I mean, just like any other metal genre, it is evolving constantly.
Right.
But honestly, metalcore, you know, 20 years back, even 15 years back, maybe 10 years back, I think it was way better than it is today. Just me. Just a bit of a
I
raw
I
sound,
I
not
can
so
and
overproduced.
that's fair. I can enjoy it for what it is, but it's like the metal version of boy bands these days.
Exactly. Perfectly put.
Thank you.
Lance says techno track if you didn't have a bassist in your as an example.
Huh.
I think I
Interesting.
understand. I think I
I think so too. Okay.
understand.
So instead of a actual bass is like an electronic thing. Okay.
Yes.
Huh.
So they chose White Walls for this band. So it says it takes listeners on a journey through the band's skills and still regarded to this day as a staple of their discography. So, and as far as I know, I believe they're still around. So they got something, and whatever it is, people dig it. So
Yeah.
I may have to check it out as well. I'm
Agreed.
always up for finding little, hidden gems, as they were.
Yeah. I'm checking something real
Ooh,
fucking quick. Um, hang on. I'm looking for something real quick.
that's fine.
That nope, never mind. Okay. Up next we have the Black Dahlia murder. What a horrible night to have a curse.
Hmm.
Mm.
This is the band that you want to go see in a small club and
Oh yeah.
fucking mosh your ass off.
Oh yeah.
These guys are ridiculous. Um, you know, Obviously the name of the band incites a certain feeling. Like this is probably going to be heavy as fuck, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then you find out that they are even more heavy
Mm-hmm.
than what you first expected. So, from this record, yeah, their biggest success was Nocturnal. Um, they are workhorses. They tour constantly, super high energy. And if you watch the video for this song, actually, you can actually see the crowds fucking losing their shit. So, I mean, if that tells you anything, if you haven't heard them before, check them the fuck out.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
opened up for them probably about 10 years ago. It was a fucking blast. everyone got destroyed.
Oh, I bet they fucking did.
So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely glad they're on this list.
Sweet.
Yes, yes.
All right, up next. Every time I die,
Yeah.
werewolf. How are you supposed to say it with the way it's spelled?
I mean, they're just trying to be like
Clever, but didn't
they're
quite
trying to be,
work.
yeah, they're trying to be stupid. It's basically like We Are Wolf.
Yeah, pretty
I mean,
much.
that's what they were probably going with it there.
Southern hardcore. All right,
Which is a very good thing.
it is absolutely.
There wasn't a lot of Southern hardcore. Almost all the hardcore greats came out of New York.
Yep, they did.
Go figure, because New York is definitely a very oppressive city. Lots of challenges to overcome. But I mean, they were just as it sounds. They're a hardcore band, very sludgy, what they call sleazy rock riffs,
hmm
um, and a
And
cowbell
cowbell.
kickoff.
Ah!
Oh, shit. With more of a classic rock approach. Now, why do you suppose they had one? Well, if we know anything about Southern metal
Yeah.
in general, they love 70s classics.
Yes, they fucking do.
And it goes right in there. But they have this like insane ability to put heaviness on it. You know, it's not like listening to, or well, I should say it's more like listening to Sweet Home Alabama on fucking crack. So, very good shit.
You're up.
So I'm glad they are on it.
Oh yeah.
That is for sure.
Although I do have to laugh. Their article says, without letting the song fall into corniness, but look at that damn title. Kind of corny.
Well, I don't know. I think it's a Southern thing. Just like they call Atlanta the dirty, dirty,
Mm.
It's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
it's not corny to them. I don't know. But you got to remember at this time, like a lot of that Southern stuff was becoming very big. You had Pantera still,
Oh yeah.
which evolved into, Damage Plan and then Hell Yeah. So it keeps getting more popular. Plus, you had Corrosion of Conformity,
Yes.
I Hate God, and a lot of those other great Southern bands that, even though it seems a little cheesy at first, but the first fucking riff you hear, it splits you right down to your core and chops your balls off. So it's worth listening to.
Yeah.
That's for
All
sure.
right. You got
This
the next one,
next
brother?
band I am not familiar with at all.
I've heard the name, but I don't know if I've heard them.
I don't know how. Well, okay, it kind of Okay, this might be why. As new metal was booming, as we know, in the early 2000s, plus metalcore, both of them like were the tops, in the metal genre. So it doesn't surprise me that a thrash band kind of slipped through the cracks.
Yeah.
But they obviously did have a good loyal following. And it even says right here, the band led the massive thrash revival of the mid to late 2000s. So it was like they saw bands old and new embracing that sound again. You got to remember, when Metallica went soft like a limp dick, thrash was pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Even Megadeth was not as thrashy during this time. Symphony of Destruction, there's no thrash there. Decent album, but definitely not one of my favorites, because you just lost that fastness, the thing that made you just bang your head till your fucking neck broke.
Yeah.
And then you look like a corpse grinder from Cannibal Corpse. Beware the neck. But I mean, you could tell right there by the title, Headbanger Face Rip.
Mm-hmm.
There's a term that we use in metal, and it's called we love to go out and melt people's faces. So
Right.
that's kind of where this comes from a little bit. But yeah, it was really nice to see that thrash was becoming a thing again.
Right.
But just like
Definitely.
anything else, it couldn't hold up against the other newer stuff that was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Before we move on, I'm gonna run a quick commercial. We have a merch store now. Check this shit out. All right.
could possibly go better with a turkey dinner than wearing one of our Thanksgiving shirts.
Right? Absolutely.
And especially with Yule coming up, might want to get yourself a little festive shirt. Buy
Oh
up,
yeah. Not to mention what
please
would be
do.
better than sitting here watching us two assholes talk about music while drinking your coffee out of a morning shred coffee mug.
You could be cool like us.
Not that we have morning shred mugs yet, but that's beside the point. You could be cool
Well,
like us.
that's right.
All
Oh
right.
man, look who's next. Holy fucking shit.
We don't want to get kicked off YouTube or the internet, so we have to
Right.
butcher this band name. I'm sure you can figure it out. It's Unalive Yourself. Silence is the band.
On a live yourself. God damn it.
The song name is
We'll call it the X's over the eyes silence. Whatever the fuck you need to say, because
yeah,
unfortunately, when you put a word like that in the front of your band name, it just kind of I don't know. Definitely going to catch some eyes, but at the same token, no. So
yeah.
it's no surprise that they ended up on this list. The
And the
song is No
song is
Pity
No
for
Pity
a
for
Coward. Yes.
Coward.
This is the first emergence of deathcore. So you're probably wondering, what is deathcore?
Oh, it's kind of like metalcore, but way better. Heavy, a
Uh,
lot heavier. There's a lot of growly growls.
it's actually the meshing together of death metal
Yeah,
and hardcore.
yeah.
So this is kind of like the first time they ever really got to hear a death metal band that could groove. Instead of just blast beats for, 4 minutes for every song, you're actually getting like some, head bopping, hardcore vibes that made that genre so popular. And for some reason, it actually got mainstream success, which
Yeah.
is almost kind of unheard of for that kind of thing. Their debut record called The Cleansing. The band were one of the first and biggest to break into that genre. And unfortunately, their original singer that really, catapulted this band, unfortunately passed away. So,
Yeah.
as far as I know, they are still out. They are still doing stuff. So if you haven't had a chance to pick up any of their stuff, please do. This band was
Definitely.
pretty much a pinnacle for that particular genre.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. In 2008, we've got Gojira, Toxic Garbage Island.
Yes.
I saw this band live a couple weeks ago. It was fucking phenomenal.
I mean, if you can honestly say you don't like Gojira, something's fucking wrong with you.
Agreed.
You need slapped, fucking, drop kick, power bomb, something. I don't care what it is. Drop you on your fucking head. Gojira is just insanely genius as a metal band. These guys have taken. I mean, they have plenty of mosh riffs, lots of slow, groovy breakdowns, but damn, are they intelligent musicians?
Oh, for sure.
How they break up 16th notes and like just come up with these insane patterns that you just got no choice but to lose your shit over it.
Exactly.
Definitely. Check
Definitely.
them out. Gotta check them out. As a matter of fact, last year they were the #1 selling record in the United States.
That's insane.
Now that's up over top of pop and hip hop. Hello, metal's not dead.
No, it fucking is not.
Everyone constantly says, "Oh, metal is dead. Metal, no, there's nothing." Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Man,
they can suck my heavy metal asshole. Metal is not
over my dead devil horns. I'll tell you what. Ain't dead.
No.
Oh shit. Oh man. So now we're getting hardcore here.
Oh yeah.
Woo! I was just talking about intelligent musicians. These guys are probably the most insane composers of metal music that take all these, like I said, like these types of patterns, and you don't know what time they're in.
Right.
And the double kick ability of the drummer.
Oh yeah.
To literally copy every guitar riff. Broken chuggas, chuggas, just, I don't know what else to say. Yes, very much so. So the song here is Bleed. Now they call it jarring rhythms. That was like that rhythmic patterns I was talking about, how the double kick and the guitars like totally line up on note for note. So tight, tighter than a whale's vagina. I mean, you don't have a band that's tighter than them. And when they play live, it's so on. Just when you think they're going to fall off, they hit you with just a ridiculous tribal groove.
Oh yeah,
it's unbelievable.
One of the things it says here I found kind of interesting, saying that the song's rhythms are so captivating that they inspired the gent movement years later. I never would have put two and two together with that, but I think that's probably right.
They're actually the originators of gent.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know that.
They started in 1988, people.
Mm-hmm.
That is how long gent has actually been around.
I had no idea.
You know what?
In the 80s, I know I fucking love gent nowadays, but like
America couldn't get the music.
Yeah.
That's why. It never came overseas. But, as the 90s raged on and, stuff was becoming popular all around the world, that's when we finally found them, and they've just been killing it ever since. Every time a record comes out, it's full. Woo! Bless you unholy, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Up next, we are really getting heavy here. Whitechapel.
Now, the song is Possession. I'm actually enjoying this list. I'm surprised.
Right?
I'm thoroughly surprised. You have shocked me.
Good job, Alternative Press.
Knows more
Good job.
Than all the other ones. Wow.
So far, yeah, this is the best list we have had. So
I got two words for you.
Chapel. What's that?
White fucking Chapel.
With the inclusion of the word fucking, that is 3 words, sir.
That's right. I added that in. I should have said 3 words. It's a Wednesday morning. There's nothing up here.
I understand.
Right. It's on autopilot, goddammit.
Yep.
But man, Whitechapel. They brought deathcore to a whole new level.
Oh, yeah.
When I say their vocalist sounds like the sound of the endless abyss within the legions of hell, I mean just that. You've never heard a voice that had no effects on it. I'm saying no distortion pedal, no like massive reverb or anything like that. This motherfucker's got it. He's got the lows, the highs, and I mean, for instance, here on the track possession, the tracks, grooves, and dense breakdowns with their 3 guitar assault.
How many friggin' bands have 3 of them?
Not many.
No, especially not bands as heavy.
And they're pushing fucking 8 strings.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
That's insane.
I don't know what else to say. They just came out with a new. I think they just came out with a new record, if I'm correct on this.
I know I just heard a new single a few weeks back.
Okay, maybe that's it.
So I think they might be gearing up for a record.
I believe so, definitely. If you don't know who Whitechapel is and you're out there in Three Witches Land, go check them out.
Yes.
If you like extreme fucking metal, they are right up your abattoir.
Oh, it did just come out. October 29th. I guess I missed it. I will add that to my my list of things to review on our website, which you should definitely check out at www.threewitchesentertainment.com. Where almost every day, this motherfucker here is bringing you music reviews.
And they are
soon we'll have other. Oh yeah, soon we'll have all sorts of other content up on there as well.
Yes, absolutely, and to keep up with all the latest updates.
Yes.
Fuck! I hate it when I hit a list and it's like a band that I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
The band's name is Agoraphobic Nosebleed.
That's
with a name like that,
you'd think we would have heard of them.
Think of Eryk.
I don't know. What's it make you think of, brother?
I mean, it's got to be some like insane fucking, like death metal act, or I mean, definitely not black metal because there's no upside down crosses or anything like that. So, and today is scam day. God damn it. I can usually get away with this. Nothing ever really rings out during this time, but okay, that caught me by surprise. Fuck you! Here we go. All right.
Unfortunately, I can't read the description of this song thanks to a wonderful insurance company that's blocking it from me.
You gotta take this one. It says no one will quite match the sheer speed and violent approach of Agoraphobic Nosebleed, even within the grindcore scene. Now, I don't know if you are familiar with what grindcore is.
Yes. A little bit.
The singers always end up sounding like squealing pigs.
Yes, they do. I have used those exact words before.
Honest to goodness, I could never get into it.
Yeah, it's.
I can't get past the vocals. If I can't get past the vocals, it's no good for me.
You son of a bitch. My
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how great the musicians are, like the backup band, which I can always appreciate, but damn it, I have to have a vocalist that can actually, like, I can get with.
Right, that's definitely one of my things.
You can't understand the words.
I can listen to, a song like that once in a blue moon, but, like, to listen to an entire album of it, I think I would lose my shit. I can't do it.
I mean, I would probably have the worst headache I've ever had in my life.
Exactly.
And it says that the mechanical, inhuman drum machine sounds coupled with chaotic guitar solos and abrasive riffs and vocals sets them apart from the pack. Well, they just lost me there because they don't have a live drummer. Means they did it with a drum machine. Yes.
And I'm not smashing the puny list. I'm smashing the band right now.
I mean, if that's your thing and you just want to hear something that literally just sounds like a robot, go for it. Not my shit.
Yeah,
never will be.
Agreed. Next. Up next, The Devil Wears Prada, Danger Wildman.
I'm familiar with The Devil Wears Prada, and to this day, I think they saw the movie and fell in love with it.
Agreed.
Why else would you call yourself that? And you're a metal band?
Yeah.
Folks, just because the word devil is in the title doesn't make it cool. We should have one of those that says ultimate fail.
Yes.
That would be so cool.
We need another one that's like darker and scary. It says 100% Satan disapproval.
Yes. There you go. Yes.
I have a task for today.
So believe it or not, they're a metalcore band. And it's just like it says here, goofy synths, which if the synth parts, if they don't make sense, the whole fucking song's not going to make sense.
Right.
And it says nasally clean singing. Now, what does that tell you? Nasally clean singing.
Luckily, that's talking about what the band didn't do.
Nope, it's talking about what they did do.
No, it's not. Read it again.
Let me try again. Nasally clean singing phased itself out. Phased itself out right around the time they came out. Oh, yes. See, I'm just looking for all kinds of like not so good things to say about this band. I can't.
That's okay.
Was never a fan. I just was.
They're okay, but I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah. Let's see. And the song is Danger Wildman, which okay. It the band's decision
led to them defining their sound
style. Yeah, it sounds like they were confused.
Possibly.
Didn't know which way they wanted to go, and probably their manager or management said, "Hey, do this. You'll be big." And that's what they did.
It worked. They're definitely one of the biggest metalcore bands, but I'm still not a fan.
Right.
I much prefer some of the underground metalcore stuff.
Oh, absolutely, because you get a lot more heart than you do when a record label tells you what to do.
Yeah.
That's why we are all about the underground, like the indie of the indie labels.
Oh yeah.
The best music and just all around great musicians come from the underground. Well, once it gets into the mainstream, it gets buried, and then they start trying to tell you what to do, which is why Danzig himself led the assault against all major labels. Yes. And for that very reason, you lose your credibility.
Yeah. So. Well, I guess we finally found something on this list we don't agree with. It was 2009. Come on, include something from like Rammstein's Liebes Veralida album or something.
Wait, did you jump forward?
No.
Let me see here. Okay. Good.
Oh, good. Yes. All right, you're up. You want the next one? You want me to do it?
I mean, it's the Deftones. Yeah. You know what I mean? The song is Rocket Skates.
I don't know that particular track.
Yeah, it was not one of the bigger ones to be on the radio. So, I mean, you cannot have them not on the list. The Deftones definitely made their mark, even though the vocals changed dramatically, obviously, from how they used to be. Deftones were very heavy band. So, but still, you know, they're doing their thing, and the melodic cleans have been working.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. Now, I'm definitely going to let you take the next one.
Yes. Ghost Ritual, which I believe is off their Opus Eponymous album. I don't know if I picked this particular single off of that album, but I fucking love it.
Well, you know, they tend to pick the ones that had commercial success or they were played on the radio. That's probably why. But then again, it says that it displays their skills in creating a catchy track with a ton of frills while dipping into the 70s metal sounds. Now, that is one thing that I can most definitely agree with them on. I do hear a lot of 70s.
For sure. For sure.
And it's, well, I wouldn't necessarily say a thick layer of doom and gloom. I would say it's there. It's present. But not so much that they would be like in the doom category. So, I mean, obviously they have a lot more melodicism.
Oh yeah, they're very melodic.
Glad they were
that same album even has their cover of "Here Comes the Sun" by the Beatles, which I think is just beautiful.
You know what? I honestly think I haven't heard it, so I'm gonna have to go and listen to it.
Yeah, we'll fix that later.
Fuck yeah! I'm so glad that from the depths of the, as they say in this particular thing, a shift from stoner worship doom metal in Sleep to the sludgy thrash metal in High on Fucking Fire. High on Fire is like one of a newer favorite of mine, and they have been for a while. They are very sludgy, and they have just these amazing, slow, good riffs that has earned them their throne in the doom genre. The fact that what makes them different is the fact that there's thrash in it.
Yeah.
They have some pretty fast, you know, kind of hard-hitting tunes. But man, once the thrash stops and the doom starts, you can't help but get sucked in. And actually, you know, if you listen to the Black Tar album, the music composition of Damned Flesh was actually a tribute to them. So.
Okay.
Excellent. Oh, wow.
So I just realized we're just barely past halfway through this list.
You're kidding.
No, sir, I'm not.
Holy shit. We might have to have a part 2 on Friday.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. We're just about out of time. Should we save the other 22 songs for next for Friday?
Holy crap! What?
I guess that means. I mean, I guess that means we know what we're talking about if we can go on like this.
This is very true. I mean, people think that, you know, you could just go through and say, "Oh yeah, this band rules. They're so amazing."
Right.
No, we're like actually picking it apart based on how they put their songs together and a whole lot of other things. So yeah, I mean, you're definitely getting some expert shit here.
For sure.
Again, these two assholes.
Yeah. All right, so tune in Friday if you want to hear the rest of our reactions to this alternative press top 50 metal song list. And
absolutely, it's been very good. Hopefully you guys have an excellent headless turkey day, and we will be back with you Friday morning, as always.
If we don't slip into a turkey coma.
Exactly. We'll try to wake you up. All right.
As always,
stay heavy out there.
Stay heavy.